How are you guys doing? It is Friday, November 13th, 2020, out here in this quarantine. I'm James Sims, and for this episode of The Elite, I'm going to take you through the 2020 MLB Silver Sluggers for the shortened season. The last episode I did was for the Gold Glove winners, and even though these awards were announced 10 days ago, I'm going to do all my MLB awards in one day, so that I kind of get it all out. But without further ado, I'm going to take you through the Silver Sluggers position by position in the MLB. Of course, starting with the first base position in the American League, the winner was Jose Abreu, who won his third Silver Slugger, and this year went on to win the American League MVP for the 2020 season. This is why I waited up until now. He finished leading the American League in hits. He had 67 of them. He led the American League in slugging percentage at .617. He also led every single player in the MLB with 60 RBIs in 60 games. For scale, if he played 162 games, he was on pace to finish with 162 RBIs, which is historic. Also, he finished with 19 home runs and 19 home runs as well, which would eventually give him the lead in the American League in both. He had an amazing year, and after winning a Rookie of the Year not that long ago, Jose Abreu once again reminding all players why he is the best player at his position, especially from the hitting perspective. And he was also able to help the Chicago White Sox secure a playoff berth, even though they lost in the first round. He was able to show what he was able to do for the Chicago White Sox this year, and I tip my hat to Jose Abreu. The National League winner, who coincidentally also won the MVP for being the best hitter at his position, was Freddie Freeman, who, like I already made an elite fact profile just for how historic Freddie Freeman's season was. This is his second consecutive Silver Slugger after finishing with a .341 batting average. He finished with 13 home runs, an NL lead, 53 RBIs, or not an NL lead, but he finished in the top four. He finished with the league high 1102 OPS out of players that played 60 games. And he also led the MLB with 37 extra base hits, 3 more than any other player in all of the MLB. Freddie Freeman also took home his first MVP, just like Jose Abreu. And once again, these two players are kind of leading the way just to show all MLB players of how to approach the plate. Amazing season for Freddie Freeman as a whole. The second base winner was DJ LeMahieu of the New York Yankees, who went on to lead, who's one of the few players in MLB history to finish with a batting title in the National League and the American League after doing so with the Colorado Rockies. And this is the second total batting title after he led all players with a .364 batting average. He also led the American League with a .421 on-base percentage. He also had a .1011 OPS, which was better than all players except for Freddie Freeman and Juan Soto in the major leagues. Looking at the National League winner, the winner was Donovan Solano for the San Francisco Giants, who picked up his first Silver Slugger of his career after having his breakout season the previous year. He finished with he slashed 326, 365, 463 line over 54 games after having an amazing second half of the season. Last year, he only played 81 games, which is exactly half the season. The 32-year-old was actually able to put up an amazing season for the Giants, despite the fact that they didn't make the playoffs. Going to the shortstop position, the winner in the American League was Tim Anderson after picking up the American League batting title in 2019. This is his first career Silver Slugger of his career. And he was able to help the Chicago White Sox in addition to Jose Abreu. He also kind of led the way by hitting .322, finishing with an American League best 45 runs on the season to go with his 10 home runs and 11 doubles on the season. The National League winner at shortstop was Fernando Tatis for the Padres, winning his first career of many Silver Sluggers, just like Tim Anderson, who had an amazing start to the year. He led all shortstops with 17 home runs, 45 RBIs, and 50 runs on the season, despite the fact that he's 21 years old. He led the league in hard hit balls, had hard hit percentage. Fernando Tatis, when he has the first full season, he will show the league what he is very capable of, and this is a milestone for his career. This is his very first, and I think he's going to have a lot more than one Silver Slugger when it's all said and done. Moving to third base, the winner was Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Indians, picking up his third career Silver Slugger on the season after winning back-to-back Silver Sluggers in 2017 and 18 at third base. He would bounce back from his 2019 season to give him a 993 OPS, finishing with 17 home runs, 10 stolen bases, just to help the Cleveland Indians get to yet another playoff, to another playoff berth. Amazing year for Jose Ramirez. The winner in the National League would be Manny Machado of the Padres, who, after an amazing career of just kind of slugging and having an amazing year, this is his very first Silver Slugger of his career. He was a finalist for the 2020 MVP award, who hit 304 with 16 home runs, 47 RBIs, with a 950 OPS while playing an all 60 game for the Padres to help them finish with the second best record in the entire National League. But because the Dodgers had a better record in their division, they ended up getting the 4th seed and losing to the Dodgers in the second round of the playoffs. At catcher, the winner in the American League was Salvador Perez, who won his third career Silver Slugger for the Kansas City Royals. After hitting .333 with a 986 OPS, he had a .633 slugging percentage after missing all of 2019 due to Tommy John. I don't know if I just said that. Looking at the American League winner for Silver Slugger, it was Travis Darno for the Atlanta Braves, winning his very first Silver Slugger of his career, who had an amazing breakout year, hitting .321, who had a 919 OPS. And he would also add 9 home runs while hitting in the middle of Atlanta's potent lineup that would end up being the best offense in baseball this year. And then looking at the outfielders in the American League, Mike Trout was able to win his 8th career Silver Slugger Award, second most among outfielders all time, tied with Manny Ramirez, trailing only Barry Bonds with 12. After finishing with a 993 OPS and 17 home runs and 46 RBIs in only 53 games for the Angels this season. Additionally, in the outfield, one of the winners was Teoscar Hernandez, winning his first career Silver Slugger for the Blue Jays, finishing with 16 home runs and 50 games for the Blue Jays in a breakout season, hitting .289 with 289 batting average, the 919 OPS. And his average 11.9 at-bats per home run was the 4th best in the American League. He had a great season. And, of course, the third outfielder to win it was Eloy Jimenez, winning his first career Silver Slugger. He is one of 3 Chicago White Sox to win it after hitting .296 with an 891 OPS, along with his 14 home runs and 41 RBIs, which is going to be the start to a very promising career because he is also a very young, promising player in the American League who came up around the same time as Ronald Acuna and Juan Soto and Fernando Tatis. So I know Eloy Jimenez is going to be a menace in the American League. Looking at the 3 winners in the National League, going to the first-time winner, Juan Soto, picking up his first one after winning the World Series. He only played 47 games. He would go on to lead the league, and he led the entire league in on-base percentage with .490, slugging percentage with .695, and OPS with .1185. The 22-year-old, after sitting a good amount of the games due to a false positive COVID test, still finished with the National League batting title with a .351 average and adding 13 home runs, proved that he was one of the best hitting outfielders that the MLB has seen, and I doubt this is going to be his only Silver Slugger going forward. Also, winning his second, who came out in the same class, was Ronald Acuna Jr., the outfielder for the Atlanta Braves, who picked up his second career Silver Slugger Award, of course, in his second full season after posting a .406 on-base percentage, a .581 slugging percentage, the best in his career, 987 OPS. He also added 14 home runs and stole 8 bases in only 47 games. He had an amazing season as well. And, of course, the winner of his 4th career Silver Slugger, in addition to winning his 4th career Gold Glove this year, was Mookie Betts, the elite and eventually going to be the goated outfielder of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who just picked up his 2nd championship this year, who finished as the runner-up for the National League MVP, winning his 3rd straight Silver Slugger and 4th in the past 5 years, after slashing .292, .366, .562, hitting 16 home runs, stealing 10 bases in 55 games for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And looking at the designated hitter, the winner in the American League was Nelson Cruz, who won his fourth career Silver Slugger, as the 40-year-old finished with a 303 batting average with 16 home runs. And this is his third Silver Slugger in the past 4 years. I mean, as a 40-year-old player, he's been hitting incredibly. He had a 992 OPS in 53 games this season, and his 395 home runs since 2009 are 37 more than any other player during that span. So tip my hat to Nelson Cruz. Amazing season this year. And the winner in the National League was Marcel Ozuna, who in addition with Travis Darno, Freddie Freeman, and Ronald Acuna became the fourth Braves player, as the Braves had the most players for one team, as he won his second career Silver Slugger, finishing with the NL lead, 18 home runs and 56 RBIs while batting .338, right behind Freddie, and a 1067 OPS behind Freddie and Juan Soto. And this is his second Silver Slugger after previously winning it in 2017 with the Miami Marlins. As with that said, these are all of the Silver Sluggers so far this season. And with that said, I want to appreciate you for listening to all 10, 11 minutes of this piece, as these players most definitely deserve recognition and deserve their props for being the best hitters at their position, because once again, there's 15 teams in each league, and establishing yourself as the best overall hitter out of all of the starters, not to mention all of like the players that play in the minor leagues. Like, these are the best players that hit at their positions this year. But with that said, like I said, I want to appreciate you for listening to all this piece. Thank you, and just peace out. I hope all is well, and I will pick back up with the MLB awards on the next episode.